EPM. Characteristics of Enterprises Performance Management, EPM. What it is? So let's first understand about EPM. How this performance evaluation system is being designed. It is a system used by management to control the activities of organization. So there are various activities which are undertaken by organization, and these activities needs to be controlled if they are deviating from their goals, as we discussed yesterday, goal and mission. If activities of organization, if there is a deviation, certainly that deviation has to be controlled. Deviation means when the group of people knowingly or unknowingly going little bit away from the decided path as decided objective. In a general term, what we say, it is a path, but in corporate term we call it as objective or goal of organization. Such a objective or goal, if you are avoiding, then it is needed to control. We need to control, no? Am I correct or not? If group of people, if they are going away from objective or goal, we need to control them, no? Correct or not? Hello? We have to control or not? Hello? We have to control them, no? And then it is the process of evaluating, monitoring, and controlling the various subunits of the organization. So please note this. It is the process of evaluating, monitoring, and controlling the various subunits of the organization so that there is effective and efficient allocation and utilization of resources in achieving the predetermined goal. Then let's know about the characteristics. Number one, focuses on program and responsibility center. Now, what is responsibility center? Again, we will have a review on this responsibility center, but right now, just try to understand responsibility center. It is the center where managers are made responsible for each and every center. Say, if you take example of marketing division or finance division, production division. So marketing manager, finance manager, production manager are responsible for this respective division, respective center. That is called responsibility center. A program is a product. Now, program is what? Maybe a product or product line. There is a product line. See, one product goes through different unit. That is known as product line. Then a research and development project. A responsible center is an organization unit headed by a responsible manager. So it is all about total system. This product line, it is all about a total system. Let's continue this characteristics of EPM. Number 3, after it is known as total system. Can you view my PPT? Can you see PPT? Hello? Can you see PPT? Yes? PPT दिसते का तुम्हाला? Hello? PPT दिसते का? Hello? आवाज येत नाही आहे? Hello? No one is responding. What's wrong? Hello, Chaitanya. Can you hear me, Chaitanya? Chaitan? Hello?
Yes, sir.
Can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
So, we are discussing the characteristics of EPM. Characteristics of EPM. Can you see this slide?
Yes, sir.
So, as I told you that it is a total system. Number one characteristics of EPM is product line. Number two is product total system. Number three, it is built around a financial structure, that is resources and revenues are expressed in monetary units. So here we are talking about financial structure. It is built around a financial structure where resources and revenues are always expressed in money. Monetary units means always expressed in money. All resources and revenues should be expressed in money. Number two, ongoing process. Next number of characteristics is ongoing process. So it is ongoing process. Like a cycle. We have to continue that cycle. There should not be any interruption. If interruption happens, then chain will be broken. Then next characteristics of EPM is goal orientation. Goal orientation. What it is? Every unit of a company, every section of a unit must have goal, so that people who are working in that particular unit, people who are working in that particular section will have clarity to chase that goal, will have clarity to complete that goal. Without goal, one cannot have a clear direction to move ahead. So that's goal orientation. Even in day-to-day life also, or you might have seen, even take example of ST, bus or railway. So bus or railway, when it start from the destination, it start from the resource station. Suppose if starting from Pune and going to Mumbai. So their goal is to reach Mumbai. Their goal is to reach Mumbai and not Kolhapur. So there has to be a goal. Then only the driver can lead that particular railway or say particular bus towards that destination. So I'm just giving you the example. Similarly, for company also, every branch, every unit, every section, if possible, set a goal, and then it comes to the individual level also. Individual level. So individual goal may be that you want to achieve some higher position, or you want to earn a sort of incentive commission. So that it could be a goal at a personal level. Some people, they may have goal that job satisfaction. So which is non-monetary, which is not expressed in terms of money. Can we express job satisfaction in terms of money? Yes. Can we express job satisfaction in money? Can we express satisfaction in money? Yes. Can you hear me? So no job satisfaction can be expressed in money. Then this EPM should be coordinated, integrated system. That is, although data collected for one purpose may differ from those collected for another purpose. Now, about strategic planning. What is this strategic planning? It is the process of deciding on the goal. It is the process of deciding on the goal. Then it is long-term planning and is carried on at the top level of management. It is long-term planning and is carried on at the top level of management. As I told you, strategic planning, lower or middle level management. Lower and is there to implement strategy. They are there to implement strategy. And who decides or who plans strategy? Who plans strategy? Hello? Who are involved in planning of strategy? Can you answer me? Hello? Who are involved in strategy? Who are involved in planning of strategy? Can you hear me? Who are involved in planning of strategy? Yes. Who are involved? Who are involved in planning of strategy? Please remember top management. Top management is involved in planning of strategy. Who are involved? Yes, who are involved? Not getting answer from you. After the explanation also, not answering. Where are all students? I'm seeing that there are six participants who have joined this online session. Shall we end our syllabus then? After explanation also, and the slide is before you, still you are not answering. So it means that we should end our syllabus now. What say? Shall we end our syllabus? Hello? Okay, now Chaitanya says his phone is hanging. Okay. Now in strategy planning, top management is involved. Please do remember. And lower level management, middle level management is there to implement strategy. They are there to work upon the strategy as per the strategy. Then high degree of uncertainty associated with the projection. So there is high amount of uncertainty which is associated with projection. Then management control. It is the process of evaluating, monitoring, and controlling the various subunits of the company. That about management control. It is the control exercised by management over the managers. Management control is nothing but the control exercise upon managers. It has the purpose to decide on corrective action. It has the purpose to decide on corrective action. corrective action please do remember always whatever plans made by top management, do not be under the impression that the all plans are 100% correct. So some plans, sometimes most of the plans, they have to be corrected because there may be some loopholes, there may be some steps which are avoided by designing strategy. So we come to know these loopholes once we start with implementation of strategy. At that time, the lower level and middle level management should communicate these loopholes to the top management. And top management should also have given access to their lower level and middle level management for interaction. If they have closed their door, then this corrective action may not be possible. So top management should be open. They should have kept their system open for getting suggestion from this particular management, that is middle level and lower level. Then only corrective action is possible, otherwise not. So this is all about management control. So today we are discussing management control, operation control, what it is. So this is all about management control. Again, I repeat, it is the process of evaluating, monitoring, and controlling. So it talks all about evaluation. You have to check. Evaluation means assessment or checking. Monitoring means to observe each and everything minutely. That is monitoring. And then controlling. Observation just will not serve the purpose. You have to control. Let me give the very common examples. Now, suppose if you are appointed security. Now, security job is what? To monitor a person who is entering into the area and the person who is going out of the area. That monitoring. So they are doing their job. But suppose if some stranger forcefully enter into the area, so what security is supposed to do? Security should control such a person. They should not allow to enter into the area. So that is known as controlling. Or suppose if thief comes, so that thief should be controlled. Otherwise, what's the use of that security system? Simply monitoring will not serve the purpose. They have to control also. Sometimes if it is out of their control, then they may call police. They will inform police that I'm talking from so and so society, and there is a person who is forcefully entering into our area. Maybe he is having gun or some equipment, sharp equipment, whatever it is. So this way, the security can take help of police and they can control. Similarly, management control also, evaluation is there, monitoring is there, but apart from this, controlling should happen. Otherwise, it will not serve the purpose of management control. Then next line, it is the control exercised by management over the managers. So management means top management. Top management exercise the control over all all subordinates, that there is a manager. Then it has the purpose to decide on corrective action. The purpose is only to decide corrective action. That is the only purpose. Now let me take you to the next slide. Operation control. Everyone read this slide and then we will discuss about that. Read this slide. Yes, now after understanding management control, which is exercised by management over the manager that we have learned. Maybe from the examination point of view, let me share with you what kind of questions are expected in examination. Differentiate between management control and operational control. If you are asked this kind of question, please do remember this mainly two slides. This is about management control, that it is the process of evaluating, monitoring and controlling the various units of company. Then it is the control exercise by management over the managers. Basically, it is for the purpose of making corrective action. So this is all about management control, and then you have to write for operation control. It is the process of assuring that specific tasks are carried out effectively and efficiently. See, it talks about the specific task. It is the process of assuring. And if you look at here, management control, it is the process of evaluating. So this is the difference between management control and operational control. So again, I repeat, in examination, you may be asked that differentiate between management control and operational control, or what do you mean by management control and operational control from the enterprises performance management point of view. So there you need to mention this point. Now let's talk about the second point of operation control. It is the rational system and actions are taken by a set of logical rules. So it is a rational system and action are taken by a set of logical rules. Then it is the rule in principle can be programmed into a computer, because it is all about operation control. So even we can feed that principles, we can feed that steps in a computer and we expect the result. So the rules in principle can be programmed into a computer, and accordingly we expect the desired product. Now to be very specific, let's understand difference between first strategic planning and management control, and then we will understand the difference between management control and operation control. So first understand the difference between strategic planning and management control first. Can you see PPT? You can type in chat box. Network is not active. Can you see this PPT? Because it is very, very important from the examination point of view. You may be asked this kind of question: differentiate between strategic planning, management control, and operational control. Can you see this PPT?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, difference between strategic first point in strategic planning. No one aspect at a time. On one aspect at a time. Sorry, not no. On one aspect at a time. Whereas in management control, whole organization. So in strategic planning, only one aspect at a one time. In management control, entire organization. Number two, second difference. Strategic planning, it is a complicated. Whereas management control, it is less complex as compared to strategic planning. It is less complex. So this is the second difference between strategic planning and management control. Third difference, strategic planning is unstructured. There is no specific way for strategic planning. That is why it is unstructured. Whereas management control prescribes procedure. So procedure is being defined, and that procedure is followed in management control. Next difference, strategic planning involves small number of persons. Very less people are involved, whereas in management control, large number of people involved. So minimum people are involved in strategic planning, whereas in management control, maximum people are involved. Next difference, strategic planning, it is creative and analytical. Strategic planning, it is a creative job. It is analytical area. Whereas management control, it is all about administration. It is all about administration. And then next point of strategic planning, which takes long time, which takes long time, whereas management control, which is for short time. So this is the difference between strategic planning and management control. So I have understood the difference of management control and strategic planning. If it is asked in examination, can you answer to this question? Differentiate between strategic planning and management control. Can you able to answer this? Yes, please. Now we will go to the next slide where there is a difference between management control and operational control. Let's know about that. Difference between distinction between management control and operational control. Number one, management control focuses on whole organization. That just now we also seen in this slide. Management control focuses on whole organization. The same way, management control focuses on whole operation, whereas operational control focuses on single task. Only one task is focused. Second difference, management control, there is the involvement of management, whereas in operational control, there is the involvement of supervisors. All supervisors involvement is there in operational control. Third, administrative nature activity. Management control having administrative natured activity, whereas in operational control follows direction. It follows direction. Management control may take weeks, months, and years to complete. In order to complete a management control task, it may take week also, it may take a month also, and maybe year also. Whereas operation control, it is based on day to day. It is based on day to day. So that is operation control. So this is a very basic difference between management control and operation control. Management control, there is no specific time, but for operation control, there is a specific time. One day is involved. Management control is the example of discretionary cost, whereas operational control is the example of engineered cost. Now, what is engineered cost and discretionary cost? Maybe in next session we will discuss. So far, whatever we have learned, the difference between strategic planning and management control, the difference between management control and operational control. In case if you have any doubt or query, you are free to ask. Once I get signal from you, then we will go to the next and last slide of today's lecture. Yes, in case of any doubt, you are free to ask. Have you understood this difference between management control, operational control, strategic planning, and management control? Have you understood?
Yes, sir.
Okay, fine. We will go to the this is cybernetic paradigm. Now, what is this cybernetic paradigm? This cybernetic paradigm, basically, this word has come from Greek language. This is Greek word. It is derived from Greek word, which means steersman. Steersman. The steerman, which is working on a ship, who gives the direction. Who gives the direction? He is known as steersman. Now, it is defined by Norbert Wiener that how systems regulate themselves reproduce themselves, evolve and learn. How system regular themselves, reproduce themselves and evolve and learn. So this is all about system. Now let me tell you, no system is perfect. Every system has a scope for upgradation. Every system has scope for improvement. You cannot say that this system is perfect and 100% error free. So errors may happen, will do come, but those errors you will have to correct. So our system has scope for upgradation. Our system has scope for improvement. So always one thing should be remember, that how system regulate themselves, reproduce themselves, evolve and learn. Learning part should be continued. We have to learn whenever we were with the system. We have to learn that. Then only we can develop ourselves. Now let's know points about this cybernetic paradigm. Set goals and performance measure. Since we are studying performance, enterprises performance management. So here set goal and performance measure. Not only goal, but you have to also set performance measure. How to measure performance? That measurement devices should be introduced. Then measure achievement. You have to achieve. You have to measure the achievement, whether you have achieved your goal successfully or in a half manner, or maybe you have started with the achieving goal. That measurement, ज्याला म्हणतो आपण मोजमाप, measurement has to be there. Then compare achievement with goal. Once you introduce measurement, then you have to compare the achievement with the particular goal. Then only manager will get what we say. Then only the manager will be motivated. If you are not comparing goal with the achievement, then manager will feel that no one is there to evaluate our performance, and then things will not work out. So this is the point involved. Why we compare achievement with goal. Next point is compute the variances as a result of preceding comparison. You have to calculate variances, difference between actual and budgeted, difference between actual and decided. That variances means what? Difference. That difference has to be calculated. Then after calculation of these differences or variances, such difference or variances should be reported to the next level, that is your superior. You have to report that to your superior, reporting the variances. Then determine the cause of the variances. Simply reporting variances will not serve the purpose. You have to determine the causes of the variances. Determine the causes of the variances. Then take action to eliminate. After determining the cause, then you have to take the action to eliminate. Take action to eliminate. Then follow to ensure that goals are met. You have to ensure that whether the goals are met or not. If it is not met, then what is the difficulty involved in meeting that goal? That has to be observed. That has to be observed carefully. So after explaining this slide, everyone please go through this again. Read yourself each and every point. What is cyber paradigm? Then what are the points in cybernetic paradigm? Because this is one of the important performance tool in respect of enterprises performance management. have a reading of this slide. Once you are done with the reading of this slide, then we will close today's session, and then next session we will talk about the responsibility center, as this has come in this today's slide, responsibility center. So again, we will discuss in detail about responsibility center and how questions are being framed in respect of responsibility center. That also we will cover in next session. Okay, so everyone read this slide. Are you done with the reading of this slide? Cybernetic paradigm. Reading is over.
Yes, sir.
Fine. Now, the last 4-5 minutes are left. Quickly, I will show you the important slides of today's session. Please have a look on this important slide from the examination point of view. Difference between management control and operation control. Just have a look. Just read one by one. It will take hardly 1 minute, half a minute, not even 1 minute, 1 minute also. 30 to 40 seconds are enough. Done. Now, showing you the another difference between strategic planning and management control. Read this. Strategic planning and management control. What it is and how they differ from each other in this in regards to the strategic and management. As we learn, the strategic, which is one aspect at a time, whereas management control whole company. Strategic is complex, complicated, whereas management control is less complicated. It is also complicated but less complicated as compared to strategic. Strategic is creative, management is administrative. Strategic planning takes long time, management control is 10 to short. And if you want to know one by one, this is about operational control. Read, see, one by one only. Just now we read difference. Now you have to understand only about operational control. Giving you few seconds, please go through this slide. Read this slide, operational control. Done. Are you done with the reading? Done. Hello. झालं का वाचून? Then management control. Read this management control. If you are done with reading, just tell me, then we will conclude our today's session. Just inform me that you are done with the reading of management control slide. एकदा की वाचून झालं की मला just सांगा. So we will conclude the session.
Yes, sir.
Fine. Okay. Now today what we have learned? Today we have learned the characteristics of enterprises performance management. Then we have learned the meaning of operational control, management control, and today we also learned the difference between strategic planning, management control, the difference between management control and operational control. And then at the end, we also learned about cybernetic paradigm. So this was the part which we have covered today. Okay. So thank you all. We will meet in the next session and we will talk about the responsibility center. In next session, we will talk about responsibility center. Maybe on our next session is on Monday now. Monday. So Monday in the morning, we will talk about the responsibility center. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.